Another big issue with the ECB that's been bubbling under for the last year or two has been this issue of the reform of the T20 competition. Can you give supporters an update on where we are with that?
I guess we're at the moment where we are is a bit of a quiet period while ECB work up their plans, and we're looking forward to seeing what those plans are and some of the detail. And I think a lot of the counties actually are waiting on that to give a view of whether we are supportive of what happens next. Clearly there was some gathering momentum around the new competition, a smaller competition with a higher profile, and the feeling was that would address a number of the game's needs, both financial and in terms of profile. The detail is the important bit from our point of view. How does this all hold together? ECB are working on that detail. They've promised that they're going to pass that to us, and I think we, like others, are interested to see what that detail is. And that's the period we're in at the moment, just sort of holding fire till we see what's proposed.
As you mentioned, the players are all busy in the nets getting ready. There's a pre-season tour to prepare for. Tell us a little bit how that came about, because it was a big surprise to supporters to hear we were jetting off in January to the Caribbean. Yeah,
really exciting because it fits really well with our preparations for 2017. We're very clear, I couldn't be clearer in the things I've said. We want next year to be a big year, and so finding something meaningful to do in the winter that keeps the energy levels up of the players in the first half of the pre-season period, which has already started, and then gives them a bit of downtime before we can then go into pre-season and do something with intensity. It fits really well. So by chance, Jimmy was in the West Indies in end of August, beginning of September, and was talking to people locally, and this opportunity came up for an English side, or in our case a Kent side, to take part in the domestic 50 over competition. So these are list day games. They're the equivalent of our Royal London One Day Cup, and so we go and play in a proper competition that's live, which is a huge opportunity for all our players, but also for the club. I mean, it gives us a profile at a time of year when there's not a lot going on in our cricket world, and hopefully it gives everybody something to keep them going through the winter. The players to keep up the progress they want to make on the field, and for our supporters, great to see how we progress in another competition against a group of players and a setup that we don't really know much about. It'd be really interesting to see how we get on. So I can't wait. I think it's a really exciting. Well, it will be a really exciting competition, and I know our players are really excited about it, and I know many supporters are excited, and many want to make the trip out and see how we get on.
And off the field, obviously, the tour, the FGS Plant Tour was announced. We've welcomed a couple of new sponsors, major sponsor for the Royal London One Day Cup shirt, and we've also a new medical partner on board, as well as renewing the kit supply deal with Samurai. How important are those deals to the club?
Commercial partnerships underpin everything we do. We can't guarantee, for all my talk of wanting to be successful on the field and that bringing success revenue-wise, we can't guarantee that. So we have to build a strong commercial base. The tour is a really good example. FGS Plant have come in and they helped make that tour possible. So that was great that they've joined us. And then in the Royal London One Day Cup, we were looking for a new sponsor, and W.W. Martin, which is a company that many Kent folk will know, particularly strong in East Kent, a company that's been around almost as long as Kent County Cricket Club. Delighted that they come on and join us, and they'll also be providing our maintenance requirements through the course of the year. And then Samurai, we came to the end of the contract with Samurai, so we were looking at whether we might move in a different direction in terms of clothing supply. But Samurai, we think, have been a fantastic partner for a long period of time, and they're a company that are evolving and they're always developing in terms of their performance wear, and we're really happy with the partnership that we've got with them, and so I'm really pleased that we've extended our contract with them. And then One Ashford, our Science and Medicine department have requirements in terms of referring players for treatment.
One you hope you don't use too much.
Unfortunately, yes. It's a sponsor that it's great to have them on board, but it'd be great if we don't pay them too many visits. But an up-and-coming new private facility just outside Ashford, and really happy to be partnering with them as well.
And a message for the supporters. Obviously, a lot of people that time of year, the fixtures are out. They're feeling it's starting to look towards the summer. The new schedule presenting more T20 opportunities in the summer months, so more children can come along, particularly the Championship being played over weekends. So you're looking to welcome more members and supporters to the club.
Yeah, it's slightly different feel to next year, rejigged fixture programme. Probably our most attended games have moved into better slots in terms of giving people the opportunity to come and watch. A lot of buzz around next year, so the things we've talked about already, we're seeing the membership levels are really good and a lot of interest. We've got our usual early bird period, which brings in a lot of interest before Christmas, which is great. But I think there's a good mix of cricket. We've tried to keep all the grounds in play, so we're going to Tunbridge Wells for a championship game against Sussex, which I think is really important, and then we're going back to Beckenham for a 5-day slot, as well as everything that we've got going on here. We've got the visit of the West Indies during their Test series, and also other games. England Lions are playing South Africa A. It promises to be a very good season. I hope. I've said already, membership numbers are holding up really well. In fact, we're slightly ahead year on year at this stage. But I hope we'll continue to see our membership grow and continue some of the many positive trends that are going on around the game in the county.